Okay, here we go. I don't normally record like this. I normally record the screen and what's going on, but in this case, I thought this would be appropriate and of interest. This box is just a temporary setup, and I'll kind of go over everything here in a second, but it's not meant to be, utilized normally like this. I'm just testing out through the equipment in the box so that I can do some distance testing with the T-Halow device here, which is in the 915 or so megahertz range. What's interesting about it is I have it in wireless bridge mode. I actually have a battery on the underside of it. That USB-C cable's plugged in just in case I need to charge it. The Ethernet cable in this case is connected to a 2-port switch, which is also powered by USB. There's 2 cables that come out, one this long cable, let me think, that runs over into the Pi5. The other cable runs over to, in this case, the AntSDR, which is kind of acting as my plutosdr. Yeah, so what should happen is the T-Halow will bridge my connection from a pretty good distance, hopefully I can test. And the Pi5 and the AntSDR both have static IPs. The other thing that's interesting here is the Pi5 is connected to the HackRF, which has an Operacake sitting on top of it, which I was testing yesterday, will allow me to remotely switch between the A1 and the B1 antenna connections, which will tie back to the A0 in the case that I'm running it here. So I can use my one antenna that's kind of targeting 1900 megahertz, and then just the other antenna that's normally packaged with the RTL SDR. So that's kind of the setup. I've got the 900 megahertz antenna with the yellow little marker on it, a 2.4 gigahertz antenna, and then over there is about a 1 kilometer or so away. So hopefully I can get over there and see how this T-Halow, what kind of speeds it can get. Yeah, and then I'll be back and talk about the other side. Okay, here I am on the other side. I've got a cable running from the laptop to the T-Halow. Unfortunately, I did not bring the right cable to hook up the swag antenna. Kind of disappointed there, but I've got the stock antenna attached, battery running the T-Halow, and just trust me, over 1 kilometer away, 1,045 meters away measured out across the lake is the other T-Halow. And I did do a quick check. I am able to ping it. So now I'm going to jump onto my laptop and do a quick screen record here just to show what is working with what I've brought out here with me today. Okay, so here I am on the laptop, and what we're going to do is I have a static IP address set on this laptop, and .10 is the AntSDR running the Maui, probably saying that wrong, Maui, whatever, SDR. And in the case of the AntSDR, it has a big enough FPGA or whatever, sizable storage on it that it can not only run that web page and allow the access to the 60-some megasamples per second view. It also can be used as almost appear as a normal Pluto SDR, so IP-based connection. What else? And now the Pi, I noticed there's, I don't know, I got to check out after here. It should be at .100. Not sure why. I was occasionally able to ping it and access it SSH in. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I have a 2-port switch connected, so I'd have to kind of drive back around and figure out what's going on there. But what I can show, we can open up SigDigger, which has a SOAPy back end, and I should be able to do a local find of that AntSDR. I'm going to put it on a very low sample rate. Let's see if we can get a connection. So I am connected. There we can see, the processing rate across that T-Halow network. So something to keep in mind, and this is just with the omni antenna. I'm wanting to say this is set at the 8 megahertz wide bandwidth, so obviously could maybe do some tweaking in there, see what happens with a lower bandwidth setting, if that improves anything over distance. I'm sure there's probably some other things that can be messed with. What else can we do? I'm probably not remembering the let's see, 68.1. Okay, so I'm SSH'd in to the AntSDR, so we can see that SSH works. That's good. I forgot to set up iPerf and things like that to really test the speed. Probably should be able to use GQRX as well. Really kind of interested. Was hoping to get in and just show control. There we go. So let's SSH Ubuntu into the Pi and HackRF info. There we go. We can see the HackRF is connected. HackRF underscore, what is it called? Operacake. And if I wanted to do -A, so let's see, -A set port connected to, so if I wanted to change that antenna, I lost connection there. So definitely have to see what's going on there as far as, seems very solid on the AntSDR. Could be, I don't know, could be something. I had questioned myself if I had even set the static IP back on the Pi, but obviously I did, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get in there. So maybe it's something with that 2-port switch. I don't know, pretty interesting. But the positive thing is I can't even see I generally, maybe I mentioned that already, I generally know where the box is located, but I mean, I can't see it, so that's pretty impressive to me. I did this connection before with the Alpha HaLow U's in station and AP mode, briefly again in mesh mode. So yeah, as to which is performing better, I don't know, because I really didn't do very thorough testing and speed testing. But this for sure is working and reachable. So it would be interesting to have multiple stations set up at different, because this is not really mesh per se. It's like, hey, there's AP and there's a station, but I should be able to position multiple stations, and it would be really cool to have an AP up and on a drone or something, making a connection between 2 stations. Okay, all right. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I'll probably get more into the configuration of the T-Halow device and some other things, where I'm showing more of the screen and configuration, but I thought that this would be interesting to some that are maybe looking to get into Halo. All right, thank you.